Welcome back, guys. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the class components and functional components. In this video, we are going to discuss about parent components and child components, how to place the child components in parent components. So when you create a new React application, it will give us the default component, which is called as app.js component. Here I have removed all the default stuff in the app.js component and I wrote simple hello world in the h1 tag. Let's execute this application to see the output. So to execute React application, we have a command called npm start. Press enter. Here we go. Our application executed successfully. Now open Google Chrome and type localhost 3000 in the Google Chrome URL. Localhost 3000. Here you can see the output, hello world. I'll zoom it. So this is the output. We have only one h1 text. In that h1 text, I have written the hello world. Now we are going to create one parent component and one child component. So to create a new component, we have to create a new file in the source folder, src, new file. First I will create the parent component. I'll name it as parent.js. This is parent component. And I'll create one more component, that is child component. Child.js. So for our convenience, I'll use the functional components in both parent and child. If you use class component, the code will be very high. That's why I will use the functional component. So first we need to write the import statement. Import React from React. So here the React must be in small letters. Now we need to create the function with function keyword followed by the function name. Here the function name is parent. Parent parenthesis. In this we have to write the function definition. In function definition we have to return the HTML content. I'll return the h1 text. So to get the HTML syntaxes or HTML snippets in the React.js application in Visual Studio Code, click on this JavaScript. Here you can see in the bottom of the Visual Studio Code, you can see here JavaScript, and type React in the select language mode. Here you can see JavaScript React. If you select the JavaScript React snippets, you will get both HTML snippet and you will also get the JavaScript snippets. That's why we need to select the JavaScript and React. Click on this. Now we will get the HTML snippets also. Here you can see we got h1 snippet. In the h1 we need to write this is parent component. In bracket I will write parent.js. So I have entered Ctrl S. Let's see the output. So here we have not exported this parent.js. First we need to export it from the parent.js and we need to import in the app.js. So to export the parent.js component, we need to write export default function name. Here the function name is parent. Here you can see this is the function name, parent. Now we have exported it from the parent.js component. We need to import it in the app.js. So to import in the colons, we have to write first we need to write the component name. The component name is parent. Parent from, here we have to write the file path where the parent component is present. So the parent component is present in the source folder only. That's why we need to write /. We need to select the folder, means file name. So here the file name is parent.js. That's it. So after importing, we need to add this parent component in the div. So to add any external component in the app.js, we have to write <, component name. Component name is parent. Parent / and greater than symbol. Now we have added the parent component in app.js. So press Ctrl S and open Google Chrome. Here you can see we got the output. This is parent component. The component name is parent.js. So as of now, we have created the default component, which is app.js component, In that app.js component, we just wrote the text in the h1 with the name hello world. And we have created a parent component. In that parent component, we have written the h1 text which contains this is parent component with the name parent.js. Now we need to create one more child with the name child.js in the parent component, not in the app.js component. So we will create the child component now. So this is the child.js. Now we need to create the child component. Import React from React. After importing, we have to write the function followed by the function name. Here the function name is child. Parenthesis. Afterwards you have to write the function definition. In the function definition, you have to return the HTML content. Return. So once again, I will change the snippet from JavaScript to JavaScript React. Then it will give the HTML snippets. H1. This is child component. The component name is child.js. Here we have created the child component. Now we need to export it. So to export, we have to write the statement export default. After default keyword, we have to write the function name. Here the function name is child. Now we need to import this child component in parent component, not in app.js component, because we have to import this in parent component only. So we have to import it in the parent. So I will write import child from, in the colons we have to write the file path of the child. So here the file is present, child. Now we have imported the child component in parent component. Now we need to return the child in the function parent. So to return the one more child, already we have written the h1 text. We cannot return more than one HTML tag in the return. If you want to return more than one HTML tag, we need to use the div. So that's why I will remove the h1 tag and I will simply write div. I'm removing the h1 and I will return the div. In that div, I will first write the h1. After the h1, I will write the child component. Here the child is child slash greater than tag. That's it. Our program is completed. Now let's see the output. Here you can see the output. This is child component. This child component is added in the parent component, not in the app.js component. First we have created the hello world in the app.js component. In that app.js component, we have added the parent component. That parent component again consisting of child component, which is called as child.js. So like this way, we can create the parent components and child components in React.js. As we know, components are reusable in React.js. We can use the child component in not only parent.js component, we can also use it in app.js component, and we can also use it in any other component. That's why these are all called as reusable components. Suppose if you want to use this child component in app.js component, we can use it. Now I will show how to use these app.js and child.js components. So first we need to import the child.js component in app.js. We just need to write the import child from, in the colons we have to write the file path child. That's it. Now we need to add the component in the div. So first we have added the parent, afterwards we have added the child. We should add the child slash greater than symbol. Now we will see the output. Here you can see there are two child components because we have reused the child components in two places. We have used the child components in parent.js and we also used the child component in app.js component. That's why the text is repeated two times. Like this way, we can reuse the components in React.js. Thank you.